Coffee up, friends. We are going to dive into our weekly tarot reading for all of the signs, March 29th through April 4th. And I want to talk about this card this week. This is a very, very powerful card, reminding us we don't need anybody's permission to take a leap of faith and do what we want to do. So this week, we are asking the cards, what do you need to know about taking a risk, a leap of faith, moving forward? Where are your new beginnings? And if you're in that place right now where you know you want to build something new, I have a guide for that. Saturn and Aries, Build Your Own Dream. I will leave a link to it in the description. All right, let's get into your weekly reading. Timestamps in the description and in the first pinned comment. All right, Aries, let's see what you need to know about your week ahead, March 29th to April 4th. Happy birthday season. I will be doing a solar return reading for all of you, so make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss that when it comes out, which is very soon. All right, let us see. Aries, what do you need to know about your leap of faith, your new beginning? We have a King of Cups. We have the Empress. And we have the Hierophant. Wow, so two very strong Taurus energies showing up here. And then I feel like we got a little Jupiter and Cancer vibe going on here with this King of Cups. So this is what I feel. I feel like you are on the cusp of making some sort of decision about a new commitment in your life. And it has to do probably with your money and with your self-worth. It could be related to your business, your finances, okay? Because your Taurus second house energy is showing up here big time. So I feel like there is something here about emotional expansion and growth. I think there's something here to emotionally align with and make a commitment toward your own happiness, your own satisfaction when it comes to what you do with your money, how you make your money, how you use your creative energies, how you maybe even use your intuition. So that's what I think here. We have a very strong intuitive manifestation energy with this King of Cups. So I feel like, and then again, with the Jupiter in Cancer right now, and that's your fourth house of foundation. So I think there is a foundational new beginning you would like to build for yourself, probably starting in your birthday season, particularly after your new moon at the middle of the month, when we will have a stellium of energy collected in your sign. More coming soon about that on the channel. But that's what I think is going on here. There is a big commitment that you have already been emotionally aligning with, kind of expanding into it. You've been percolating with it, like emotionally. And you've been thinking about, well, how can I do this? How is it going to work for me? How can I expand and grow in whatever way, I choose, but also feel grounded? This is the thing. Because the Fool, this leap of faith, like they're going to be leaving solid ground, so to speak. And these two Taurus energies, that's like super like grounded. Your fourth house, the Jupiter Cancer, grounded. So I feel like there's something here for you to tune in with yourself this week of how your new beginning can feel expansive and joyful and flowing and optimistic and bold, but also grounded. And because we're talking about your second house, the Taurus here, Uranus is still in there. So you might also surprise yourself with what you decide to commit to. Maybe the timing of this, when you're going to start it. Maybe you plant a seed this week, it's possible. Or maybe you just decide, you know what, I can make this happen, but I would feel better if it was grounded in some sort of reality. So it could be like the type of thing where you have a big dream and you're not afraid to go for it. No Aries is ever afraid, right? You're not afraid to go for it, but you're also like, you know what? I want to have the seed money first. I want to take this step by step. That's also very Taurus, very methodical. I'm not just going to fly by the seat of my pants. Okay. I'm going to ground this in a step-by-step approach. So yes, maybe I wait a little bit. I start investing my time and energy. I start saving a little money, like my seed money, to grow this venture, grow this idea, grow this new beginning. But the important thing is that I make that commitment to do that. And again, this ties in also with Saturn in your sign because, we Aries, super impatient, right? It's like rushing. No, this is saying you can still have what you want, but you cannot rush, which ties in with Saturn and Aries. Really check out that Build Your Own Dream PDF. I talk all about that. But you can still grow it. And something that is started in fertile soil. I mean, this is very fertile. All of this energy, gorgeous. Rather than being rushed through, and the soil is only, half fertile, has a better chance of growing when you take the time and necessary steps in preparation. Okay? It doesn't mean you can't have your dream. It just means, work the steps. But I think this is very good. I think also you're really tuning into with that Jupiter in Cancer, this King of Cups, like, you're emotionally ready for this. And I think that was a missing piece of the puzzle before, perhaps, for you. All right, Taurus, let's see what you need to know about your week ahead, March 29th to April 4th. Taurus, let us see. We have a Two of Cups, and we have a Knight of Cups. Wow, and we have the World. Okay. So you could be on the receiving end of some good news this week. It's possible here. Or an important date or conversation that could help you shift your emotional reality in some way with this World card. So really highlight, enhance how you're feeling about your world. And of course, yes, this can be about something related to your own worldly success in some way. But we are talking about this card, the Fool card this week, right? So this can be the fact that you have an important conversation, Two of Cups, with somebody, meeting, interview, Zoom, whatever. There could be an offer on the table or a shift in your own internal emotional situation that then enables you to make a successful conclusion, a successful deal gets closed, offer gets made and accepted. It is like these types of energies that are going on here. Or it allows you, whatever this is over here, allows you to close out a cycle and start fresh, because here we have the end and here we have the beginning with the Fool. So there is something pivotal this week for you with this Two of Cups. That really is the key. Maybe you're reaching out, they're reaching out to you, whatever it may be. This is not a week to just be, sitting there at home twiddling your thumbs. This is a time to really, see where you need to take that meeting, take that phone call, send that email, do all the things. That is what I feel, because also remember, you are in the World card. This is your energy here. So this is very personal to you this week. And you could have some sort of major epiphany, shift, realization that successfully sets you up for a brand new beginning. So this is very, very nice. And this also is this Two of Cups. I love a Two of Cups here because there is emotional alignment, and coupled with the Knight of Cups, this energy is really flowing nicely. Like, it feels good. So this is the week. This is the week to reach out to the world, respond to the world, see what's percolating in your world and how it ties into a new beginning for you. All right, Gemini, let's see what you need to know about your week ahead, March 29th through April 4th. Gemini. All right, let us see. What do we got here? Six of Swords. There's your energy. And the Five of Wands. Oh, and this Capricorn devil. All right, look. This is very, very plain. Plain as day. Sorry, no reversals. We're talking about a new beginning for you. And I feel like this is your week to move along, to release something. Now, we do have a full moon coming up on April Fool's Day, April 1st in Libra. At least Eastern United States, it might be April 2nd where you are. I will be doing a separate video on that. So stay tuned, subscribed, okay, so you don't miss it. But that full moon could be pivotal for you this week. This is what I am feeling here. We have a lot of agita with this Five of Wands, a lot of drama and chaos because of some sort of toxic energy, whether it is an institution, a person, a collective, a situation, whatever this bad habits, whatever this devil represents for you. But the Six of Swords is here. So you know that mentally you need to step back away from this drama, this toxic drama. And you have already, I think, mentally withdrawn yourself from it. Okay. There, though, may be, like you can mentally check out of the building, but have you actually physically removed yourself? And that's what I think this Fool is highlighting for you. Your new beginning involves not just mentally leaving behind this energy, but also, I think, physically, because let's not forget, the Fool is also a movement. It starts a journey. This is a journey card, your Six of Swords. So that's what I feel here for you, Gemini. Okay, because you know how it is, right? like when you get bored, right? I am just like thinking of your spirit guide, Cillian Murphy, who I absolutely adore, who is a Gemini. And he's got those beautiful Gemini, glittery, alive eyes and a little mischievous. But I'm sure you have seen the memes of him, right? Where he's just sitting there, like that. And bored out of his mind. That's a Gemini who is mentally checked out. He knows he has to be there, right, for all the interviews. I mean, he has said publicly that he just wants to be home with his family. Right? He does his movies and then he goes home to his family. But that's an example. That is a perfect example. Okay. He also has Mercury in Taurus. So that's another thing. Like, we tend, Mercury and Taurus people, right? We tend to not be as verbose if we don't have to be. So that's the thing going on here. It's not just about mentally checking out like Cillian Murphy here. You've got to physically move along. But I feel like this is very freeing. Like I feel like you're halfway there to a new beginning, which involves getting away from this toxic situation. Now it's like the next step this week to put into motion, which is also actually distancing yourself on the next level, which is removing yourself from the scene, literally. All right, Cancer, let's see what you need to know about your week ahead, March 29th through April 4th. Your new beginning, a door opening, starting a new cycle with the Fool card this week. Don't need permission to do something new. Let's see, Cancers. We have some Virgo, 8 of Coins, and we have the Judgment, and we have more Virgo, the Hermit. Okay. Okay, so your new beginning that you might be making a decision about this week could have something to do with what you want to focus on. Now, it could be related to work because we got the Virgo, we got the 8 of Coins here. It could be related to healing, your well-being, etc. It could also be related to the 3rd house, which is your writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, communications, contracts. So there could be some important negotiation. There could be something you're wanting to wrap up that involves paperwork, detailed paperwork, these types of things. There is something to be making perhaps a decision about with the Judgment card. But it could also be that decision might come in 2 weeks as well, or within the next 2 months. But it gets kickstarted this week with this 8 of Coins. Like you start focusing on it because it holds the key to what you want to be manifesting and doing next. It could be something that only you can do. The Hermit, only you can put this ball in motion, focus on this to have that certain outcome. Maybe it's that the decision is entirely in your hands because of this Hermit and Judgment card. And also, I think it's very important for you to listen to your intuitive nudges and any communications you're getting from spirit about whatever this is that you're focusing on getting the ball rolling with for whatever this new beginning means for you. Because of this Hermit card that is showing up here. So I feel like what I feel, and I said this to one of the other signs, like I feel like this is a process that's getting started for you perhaps this week, and more is to come, more is to follow. Like I said, again, it depends on your personal situation, but this decision may still be coming. Okay. It may not exactly be here yet. The important thing, absolutely, is to start focusing and working on whatever this new expansive beginning is for you. And it does involve probably, as you can see from this card, she's sitting at a computer. It may involve work at your desk, at a computer, running numbers, running figures, writing, talking to people, working out scenarios, doing Excel spreadsheets, like these types of things. Because I think there's something going on with money here and funding also this new beginning and figuring out, our decisions about our resources and how that can help us move forward with this new beginning. All right, Leos, let's see what you need to know about your week ahead, March 29th through April 4th, with a new beginning, with the Fool card. Leos, let us see what you need to know. Leo. Well, there you are, 8 of Wands. What's this 9 of Swords? And a Knight of Coins. Okay. I feel like you're trying to outrun a problem. I feel like you're trying to escape from something. But it's still there. It's still there. This is what I feel. You may be trying to distract yourself with this 8 of Wands. You may be looking at everything but the actual thing you may need to look at. Here's the Knight of Coins. There that person is looking at that coin, looking at that situation in hand, probably concerning money and resources or real estate situations. But you have the 9 of Swords here. Like, I think you're doing everything you can to avoid looking at it because it might be painful. It might be that you do need to make some sort of decision to free yourself from whatever this is, but you don't want to have to deal with the mental stress about it. I think there is a decision hanging in the balance. That's what's causing the stress. You're distracting yourself with 50 different things, 8 of Wands. You're trying to outrun it. You're trying to run away from it. We've all been there. We've all done that. So, all right. So I think there's something here to look at this week with this 9 of Swords of where you might be doing that if this is resonating for you. And to just be brave. You're very brave, Leo. Face whatever this situation is and, figure out what you need to do because your new beginning is waiting on the other side for you. But there might be something here which is acting a little bit as a blockage until you look at it. That's the thing. I mean, you see, there's a person looking at that situation right in front of their face. And this is also taking the time to look at it. Because here's the thing also about this 9 of Swords is that, yes, sometimes we're afraid to really sit with something or look at it because we've blown it up in our consciousness that to be worse than actually what the reality might be. And this happens a lot with people's finances, of course, right? Let me just, go run to TJ Maxx and distract myself rather than actually looking at what's going on with my finances and seeing what I can do to fix it, like that type of thing. So that is what I would say. I do think you can find a solution. I think this is very promising with the Knight of Coins that is here. And once you look at it, I think it'll be a lot less scary. And you will feel a sense of freedom by looking at it. I think you will free yourself from this mental stress. Okay. So that's what I would say about this, because also I feel like there are some solutions that maybe have not been quite considered yet with this Eight of Wands. It's possible here. Okay. But overall, that's my intuitive sense here, Leo. So, do with that what you will in the week ahead. But this needs to be cleared out and dealt with so this can come in. All right, Virgos, let's see what you need to know. March 29th to April 4th, our Fool energy, the new beginnings, excitement, expansion, growth, all the things, Virgo. We have a Four of Swords. We have a Nine of Wands. And we have a Page of Swords. Okay. You could need some time this week to slow the F down. I'm just going to say it. I think that you've been pushing yourself kind of hard with this Nine of Wands. A Four of Swords energy can definitely be like sinus headaches, migraines, like a lot. I'm getting like a lot of inflammation, this combo here. But it's more like the upper respiratory sinus, that like type of thing. The allergies here are like out of control right now. It's like that. And people forget, allergies really cause physical fatigue too. It's not just, the scratchy throat, the running eyes and all the things. It's systemic fatigue. So there could be like something going on with that. I think as the week goes on, you'll get more and more clarity, but there is also something you are getting clarity about. So if there is something going on with you maybe struggling, this Four of Swords, to make a decision that has been wearing on you in some way, it's been sitting heavy on you, in other words, with this Nine of Wands. Our bodies talk to us all the time. If you're having a flare up with something going on, it could just be telling you, your body could be telling you, hey, Virgo, take a break for a moment. You will get the clarity in your mind, but you do need to maybe take a day off this week if you can. Okay. But I feel like you are coming close to a decision to end something. Okay, very close to wrap something up. Again, you could have been working on something very, for a long time. That's very draining. I think it's worth it because it's opening up a new beginning for you. But you also, I think, this is what I'm feeling, need to mentally prepare that will end also. Okay, because you know how it is sometimes if you've worked on something for a long time and it's coming to the finish line, maybe you don't want to let it go because you don't want to let go of that identity of who you were when you were working on it, or you love the project and you don't want to quite wrap it up yet, whatever it might be. But I think there's something here to realize that, a new beginning will come out of this for you. It's okay to make the decision to wrap it up, to accept that gracefully, that, we're going to be going on to the next thing. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm also just feeling that you're going to get a sense of clarity about what this new beginning is going to look like for you coming out of this, whatever this is going on over here. Because remember, after the 9 comes the 10, which is an energetic wrap up. That's why I'm saying that. There is something getting ready to wrap up for you. I think the middle of April. And then, the new beginning. But mentally, it's like that preparatory stage. Okay, for what's coming with that wrap up and the new beginning. So that's kind of what I'm feeling here with this. It's very specific. I realize if this doesn't resonate for you, watch your rising, watch your moon, whatever, right? But take what resonates, as they say, and leave the rest. All right, Libras, let's see what you need to know about a new beginning. Your full moon is coming up on April Fool's Day, April 1st on Eastern Time, United States. I will be doing a video on that, so make sure you subscribe to the bell so you don't miss it. You don't want to miss about your full moon. But we're talking about new beginnings for you. Let's see what you need to know. Libras. Let us see. I shuffled, as you saw, a 9 of Wands. Virgo just got that. And then there you are, Queen of Swords. And then the Knight of Swords. Okay. This is probably going to be happening at your full moon. I'm just going to say that. I think that there is something that has been weighing on you, 9 of Wands. And you might have been through a very tiring situation. There's been a lot going on. It's been a lot. Okay. But I think it's your full moon because here you are. And then the Knight of Swords. I think this week you might be making a decision to free yourself from whatever this heavy situation is with the 9 of Wands. Now, maybe it was that you were taking on a lot of work. And these days we tend to take on as much work as we can because, we want to make the money while we can, while there is work, right? So it could be something like that. Or it could just be something you have been struggling with, as I said, something weighing on you, like, weighing on your energy. But I feel like this Knight of Swords, you may have some sort of epiphany for yourself at your personal full moon, middle of the week, where you can quickly see what you need to do next to end whatever this 9 of Wands situation represents for you. Will it end immediately? Maybe not, but you make the decision this week of what you need to do to set yourself up for releasing that heaviness in your life. And this Fool card, remember, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about you making a very aligned decision that will free you from this 9 of Wands situation, this Fool, that will enable you to start a whole new cycle that is lighter, that is more aligned with your energy, that maybe is more energizing for you, not just physically, but also perhaps mentally. So that is what I would say about this for you this week. And this is your decision. You might get a little blowback. I'm just going to say that with the Knight of Swords here, because it is facing you. So there might be a spirited discussion with somebody, who's involved with this situation. There might be blowback as you announce your decision. But as I said into the prologue of this video, it's our decisions, right? It's up to us when we want to make a new start for ourselves. Anybody can say anything. Oh, you're so foolish for doing that. Okay, fine. You can have your opinion, but it's my life. I'm going to do what's right for me. And that's the vibe that I am getting here for you, Libra. Scorpio, let's see what you need to know. March 29th through April 4th. A new beginning for you. A new cycle, fresh energy. What do you need to know about making that happen for yourself? Planting some seeds for that this week. Scorpio. A 6 of Swords and a 10 of Swords. Who invited that card to the party? Okay, and a 3 of Cups. All right, that's okay. We'll take that. I mean, that's what the tarot is saying is important. But it's a 10, which is good. The 10 of Swords, right? It's the end of the situation. It's the dawn of the new day. I love this tarot deck so much. And in this card, you can see she's looking at her cell phone. So there might be an important message coming to you this week. Maybe you're sending it. Maybe you're receiving it. It could be some good news. The 3 of Cups is here. That's very nice. It could be related to something your heart has really been set upon, like you really are wishing for it very strongly. Maybe more so in a personal matter because it's the Cups here. Okay, but the 6 of Swords is excellent. Like, you are really well and truly finished with some sort of situation that has betrayed you, disappointed you, that has just been stuck, right? That's a 10 of Swords. Like, it's swords, mental, right? You have thought of every which way for a solution. I feel there is something here of surrender. You're just like, F it. I'm just going to just move along. I have thought about this as much as I can. There's nothing left for me to think about or do. And, it takes often, Scorpio, a while to reach that point. Okay, let me know if you agree in the comments, okay? But maybe this is more so for Scorpio moons. I don't know. Again, let me know. Look at the Scorpio moon. But it's like, it may take us a while to get to that point of the surrender of the effort, But once we are there, there is no going back. Like, it is well and truly finished and done. So I think if you're in that groove this week, it's like amazing how this happens in manifestation. You just say, F it. All right, I leave it to you, universe. I'm mentally freeing myself from this stuck situation. I'm not going to think about it anymore. I leave it up to you, whatever. I'm going to do something else. And boom, the energy dynamic totally shifts. Something else comes in or some other piece of good news comes in and you're on a whole new trajectory here with the Fool card. So that's what I feel. I think there is some sort of mindset shift, some sort of surrender, which makes a lot of sense, honestly, because the full moon in Libra is in your 12th house of surrender in the middle of the week. Now, I will be doing a separate video on that full moon, but this ties in with that. So that's what I think. It's always about using the energies, whatever comes up in astrology, whatever comes up with the tarot cards. And that's kind of the vibe that I am feeling for you, Scorpio. Okay. Once you let go, very serendipitously, very surprisingly, there could be some sort of very nice affirmation news from the universe that you'll see how this new expansive beginning can come in for you. Sagittarius, let's see what you need to know for your week ahead, March 29th to April 4th. Let us see. Saggies, what do we got for you in your life of the new expansive beginning? We have a 2 of Wands. We have an 8 of Coins. And we have a 6 of Swords. And I shuffled. We just had that. It's okay. I shuffle a lot in between each sign also. I don't show that on camera because I don't want to bore you all. All right, look. I think there might be an important message this week. She's got her cell phone in her hand, or you're contemplating sending an important text, email, whatever, okay? Important communication. It may also be within the next 2 weeks, but something gets focused on this week with this Virgo 8 of Coins in the heart of the situation. And that, of course, is your 10th house of being in the public, your career, etc. In this Virgo card of the 8 of Coins, that young lady is sitting there at a computer and the pentacle is on her computer screen. So you could be doing a lot of stuff with facts, figures, analysis, especially when it comes to your business, if you have your own business. But it could also be just running the numbers from your paycheck, right? If you're currently working, however you're earning your money, getting your money, you could be just like, okay, where's the money going? Where is it coming? Where's it going? Do I need to make some decisions so that I can ease my stress around money? 6 of Swords. Do I need to perhaps, accept the fact that maybe I need to start looking for a new job? This Fool. Maybe I need a bigger horizon, a bigger playing field so I can make more money. Okay, so I feel like there's something that could be percolating that's cooking up there for you with these particular themes. And I'm just really feeling it's centered around money because of the 8 of Coins in the heart of the situation. You could also, it's possible here. You could also be contemplating when to launch a business. When is the best time for you? Again, starting some sort of new chapter, and you're cleaning up the last bits, the last details before you can release it. The 6 of Swords, mental, promote it, release it, get it out there. Same thing even with this. Maybe your marketing is still in the preliminary stages. So it can be things like that. You could be working on marketing materials, communication materials this week, especially with business. There could be a lot of phone calls. If you're in sales, there might be a big deal going down for you. It's possible this week with this energy. So, there could be an important money-focused decision. I think maybe a problem solved, it's possible with the 6 of Swords, that allows you to start a new chapter in your life, I think, with your money, career related situations. Capricorn, let's see what you need to know. March 29th to April 4th. Capricorn. Let us see your whole new beginning, your Fool card here. What do we have? Ooh, we have an Ace of Cups. And we have the Hierophant. Ooh, and we have a Knight of Coins. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this week is very interesting. Now, there is a full moon in Libra on April 1st or 2nd, depending on where you are in the world. I will be doing a video on that, so make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss it. But that is your 10th house of career, that Libra energy. We have commitments, we have contracts, we have potential offers. And the Taurus energy that is showing up here, this Hierophant, that is your 5th house of creativity, your heart space, joy, pleasure. We got the Ace of Cups, your creative efforts, your heart, your cup feeling full, and possibly an offer in your hand with these two. I mean, all three of these. There could be an offer in hand. Something is percolating that could open up the whole next chapter. Like when you look back on this 6 months from now, or 8 months, or 9 months from now, you'll be like, that was the week that things shifted and started, when that chapter actually did begin. So very positive. There could be the offer for your creative services, the offer for your entrepreneurial services. Maybe you're selling a contract related to real estate, buying, selling. But this is emotionally aligned for you. I feel like, this is about you taking care of yourself. This could also be about you taking care of the people that matter to you in some way, that are close to you, whether it's business associates, your extended family, friends, whomever. Right? So there could be something like that as well going on with this energy. I feel like some of you are really setting something up this week with paperworks, legalities, contracts, deals, like these types of things for the future. That's what I really feel. Because that's what this is connected to. And this card, the Fool, is connected with Uranus. Uranus is going into your 6th house of work and well-being, Gemini, at the end of April. So again, this might be connected with those types of things, surprising new chapters, innovations, etc., especially in your daily routines. And why might your daily routine change? Well, because there's something new that you're signing up for here, or that gets offered to you. Or like I said, this could be an offer on a house, whether you're making the offer or you're buying or selling. That'll sure change up your daily habits and routines if you're moving to a different place. So, I mean, again, always apply the energies to your life. These are just general here on YouTube, but that's what I feel. This is very nice, aligned, committed energy with something that you are looking at that is aligned for you. It's the Pentacles here, Knight of Coins, that opens up a big door. All right, Aquarius, let's see what you need to know March 29th through April 4th about a door opening, a new beginning possibly for you with our Fool card here. Aquarius, so what do you need to know right now? Your week ahead. This card's come up for a couple of the signs this week. 9 of Wands and a Hierophant. And the Justice. Oh, boy. Okay. We have a full moon in Libra coming up April 1st. I will be doing a video on that. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss that. Okay. So I might have to read this a couple different ways. We have cards of double contracts. We have Hierophant. We have the Justice. The Libra energy showing up here, can relate to marriage also, like literal marriage, because of the Hierophant also involved here. The full moon in Libra, as I said, the Libra showing up here, that is the middle of the week. That is your 9th house, which is a house connected with legalities, the law. It's also our spirituality house, or our mindset, our philosophy, like these types of things, our higher mind. We have a 9 of Wands. We have exhaustion. We have something weighing heavy on you. This is what I feel. I feel some of you perhaps are feeling some heaviness around personal commitments. That's just the broad brushstroke. And you may be making some decisions in order to free yourself, or you're setting yourself up to free yourself from some personal commitments that don't align for you anymore. Now, sure, these could be business contracts. They could be marriage contracts. It's possible. If that applies to you, not everybody's tired of their marriage. So if that doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you, okay? But, you know, that's in the frame this week. And because the full moon is in that 9th house, you may be doing some investigations. You may be talking to a lawyer to see, well, what are my options here? This Hierophant is your 4th house of foundation. It is family stuff. So this can even be things, contracts and law and things like that going on with family, real estate, inheritances, setting up wills and trusts, like all of these types of things that need a freaking lawyer, justice, right? So, and it could just feel very heavy, this 9 of Wands, like, oh, I got to deal with this, then I got to go do that. And, it's just a lot. Like maybe there's discussions of, power of attorney for elderly relatives, like these types of things, right? And it is a lot. That is a lot of heavy energy. It makes you tired just even thinking about it, letting alone having to go to the offices, investigate, talk to people, do all the things. Okay. But ultimately, it will set up this situation, whatever you have going on, for a new beginning. Like what I'm feeling here is, yes, it's a pain in the butt, 9 of Wands, to do these types of things. But if you truly want something that is hassle-free, at least in terms perhaps of legal things, then you'll take the necessary steps. You'll do what you need to do. You'll get professional advice from lawyers and financial advisors and, these types of things, so that you can feel in your heart a sense of ease with whatever this new chapter is for you in regards to these themes. Okay. So, and like I said, this can also be negotiations and contracts with real estate, especially considering your 4th house. Venus has also moved into your 4th house this week. I did a whole video on that. Make sure you check that out. So there could be financial negotiations, Venus and Taurus, with leases, real estate, whether commercial leases or your home leases or buying, selling properties, these types of things. Okay. So property, contracts, wanting to get everything straightened out, because you don't want to get yourself in a protracted or complicated, perhaps, situation that could be quite draining if you don't take the necessary steps. That's what I'm feeling. And Pisces, let's see what you need to know. March 29th through April 4th. The sense of freedom, the Fool card, doors opening, new chapters beginning for you. What do you need to know, Pisces? Let us see. What might be in the frame for you in the week ahead regarding these situations? Oh, we have the moon. Whoops. And we have the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Swords. Very interesting. Okay. So we do have a full moon happening the middle of the week, Eastern time, April 1st. I will be doing a video on that, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. It's a full moon in Libra. So the middle of the week might be important for you. I think we have some sort of news coming in. Now, Libra is your 8th house of transformation. Maybe you have been waiting for news that will propel you forward. Both of these energies, the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Swords, are about movement, moving forward. One is about victoriously moving forward, and the other one is about mentally releasing stresses and moving on, and emotionally releasing the moon, doubts and fears. So we are moving away from fuzzy, unclear situations that have caused doubt and maybe a little fear or fear-based thinking. So, this is, I think there's news. I really just feel it's some sort of news coming in that finally gives you the green light in some way. So that you feel like, okay, I see where I stand with this. I know only I can make the decision to transform and move ahead. Because also, I think there's something connected here to your pride with the Six of Wands that, you know, once you get that information, why are you going to stick around? You're not going to stick around. You know, I mean, hopefully it's news about some sort of victory, you know, but it can just be that, you know, because you have such a strong sense of self-respect, you're going to be like, all right, I see now what exactly with clarity at that full moon, what's been going on. I'm picking up my toys and moving on, like, you know, and the Six of Swords, which can be a little bit of an energy of, I don't want to say resignation, but of acceptance, like just kind of accepting. All right, you know what? I don't want to have this fight anymore. I'm just going to release. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to move along. So that's what I'm saying. I think by having that self-respect, that Six of Wands, having that sense of, I don't need to put up with this, whatever comes out, I can always start a new chapter for myself. I'm resilient. That's the feeling I'm getting here. You know, and accepting it here with the Six of Swords. That's what I think. And it may have something to do with the foundation in your life in some way, or a person who has been foundationally part of your life for a while, and some sort of truth or release or situation could be transforming with that person. So like I said, you see where maybe that situation is kind of finished and that it's time for you to start a fresh chapter. And that fresh chapter may not include that particular individual or energy. That's also possible here. But it's ultimately in a freeing way. This is the thing. So, you know, sometimes we just outgrow certain situations. It's just, you know, just the way it is. But I feel like you're making moves this week. And it's because of what clarity you get at that full moon in Libra. So thank you so much for joining me for your week ahead tarot reading, a little astrology thrown in there as well. Make sure you check out your Venus in Taurus reading, which I have already done and uploaded to the channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And as always, if you need personal insight into what the heck is going on, you can always book a reading with me, and I'll just give you a little hint and a heads up. If you made it this far in the video, I will have a special birthday rate that is going to be offered for April for certain readings. So you want to stay tuned for that because spots will be limited. That is my birthday month, and we're going to run a little special for y'all. Actually, it's my birthday month and Bobo's as well. So keep that in mind if that speaks to you. As always, I so appreciate you being here. Love you guys. Take care. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde, signing out.